Today we'll be exploring how your mind is your vehicle through life, and that vehicle runs on beliefs that create feelings, which generate thoughts that inspire action, that creates our reality, that reaffirms those beliefs. But let's unpack this together. I finally got into a space where the feeling of cringe is met with this anxious excitement, because I know that I'm stepping into something more than they can comprehend. And as you're listening to this video, or even afterwards, like, journal it out, or I feel like it could even be a great conversation to kind of see who someone is under their mask. And that question is, how would I show up if I knew I would be met with unconditional support from the world? What would this reality look and feel like? I feel like this is a really good question to ask yourself, honestly, frequently, to see what labels, what expectations am I wearing that aren't even my own, that I'm wearing that's weighing me down from being as free as I would like to be and show up. What is keeping me so afraid of being seen in this moment right now? And while we're doing that, I know I'm a little late, but I wanted to show y'all my Halloween costume, so I'm gonna be doing that as well. But yeah, let's dive into this whole cringe thing a little bit more.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
I want us to all fully understand and live in the truth of the fact that there is a limitless love inside of all of us. We are all born with this love, this chest of limitless love, okay? And I feel like, especially if you come from a people-pleasing background, or if you've just lived in a way where you're always putting other people first, and you're always the caregiver, you're always the gentle parent, you're always the understanding one. I feel like the idea of doing something that's gonna make us feel cringe and be perceived as cringe feels even more scary, because it's like, bro, I'm doing all of this without any type of support. Because if you really think about the biggest fucking creators, a lot of them are cringe as fuck, but they still have support, so we still see them as valid. When you're at the beginning of those stages and you don't have that immediate support there with you, it can just be so disheartening and discouraging, because who's gonna catch me if I do fall on my ass? Who's gonna help me back up? And personally, I've always been really good with tapping into that limitless chest of love, and being able to wrap myself kind of in that blanket of love for myself in the moment, and just being like, this is as much my experience as it is the people around me and that is here with me. Yes, I can be mindful of their feelings, but at the end of the day, like, me being myself shouldn't like completely disrupt someone's entire fucking life. And if it does, so what? So be it. Like I said in my last videos, if you can't digest me, you can choke. We are still on that affirmation, y'all. But I feel like when you get into those moments of depression, me personally, as I've been coming out of that depression, I'm like remembering that I have all of this love inside of me that I don't have to earn, and that I can just sit still and literally just think of a few things that I love about myself, or a few things that I'm proud of, or a few things that I enjoy. And I'm like, I like what I'm seeing. And I don't know, I think I just want us all to remember that we have this chest of love inside of us, and a lot of times we just don't know how to utilize it properly. We get the chest, we open it, and we can either open that chest and give all of that love to everybody else. We can open that chest and keep all of that love for ourselves, or we can open that chest, cover ourselves in that love first, and then allow ourselves to overflow with that love for everyone else that is around us. And for me, that type of love, it cancels out that cringe feeling, because you are in a space, you are in a mindset and in a perspective of celebrating every aspect of you, even the parts of you that don't make sense, even the parts of you that feel abrupt and obnoxious, or whatever norm you aren't fitting in the situation that's making somebody, or making you or somebody perceive you as cringe. when you have that shield of love around you, it's like, bro, I can unmask anywhere. I don't have to wear these labels and expectations that weigh me down into something that is just a shell of me. I hope that makes sense. I'm pretty sure it does. It's all about getting to a space where you feel supported even in an empty room.
You may be an open book, SpongeBob, but I'm a bit more complicated than that. The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
I feel like those intense feelings of cringe where it's like, I don't even want to post anything. I don't want to be seen. I don't want, like, you know what I'm saying? I just want to hide away. I just want to hide away for right now, even from myself, because I can't believe that I'm even having the thoughts that I'm having. I feel like we have those thoughts and those feelings come up a lot when we're at a crossroads in life, where it's like we can ruffle the feathers and change the status quo, or we can continue down these, patterns that we are familiar with, and we can stay with what is familiar to us, even though we know there's this pull in the other direction. But there's just so much fear that comes up because we just don't know how we'll be met as we're showing up in this new lifestyle or way of being. And naturally for me, this always happens when I'm going through a damn spiritual awakening. I swear, everything is getting questioned. Everything within your foundation is being checked to make sure that it is still sturdy, it is still secure, it can still carry the weight of who you are becoming. Who am I without validation? What is valuable to me according to my own standards and not what I've been taught to value? Because it really helps you to assess like what expectations you're holding on to that is making you feel like, hey, if I paint myself as SpongeBob, people aren't going to think that I'm cool. So fucking what? You don't even value this whole idea of being cool. You value being expressive. You value showing up as your authentic self. You value curiosity. You value fun. This whole idea of you have to be cool and mysterious, where does that actually come from? Is that actually my own value, or is this just something I see on social media and I feel like I need to do this in order to fit in order to be accepted, in order to be seen?
How many of you have played musical instruments before?
Do instruments of torture count?
No.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
No, Patrick, mayonnaise is not an instrument.
Something that has always worked for me, and I know will always work for me in those moments where I feel super cringe or like I just feel like intensely judged and fucking watched and analyzed, is being what I need in every moment, being what I need first in every moment. Like, I don't have to be convenient all the time. I don't have to be convenient at all. Stop making yourself convenient for other people. If I need to get up and twirl around in circles to feel comfortable in this moment, that's what I'm going to do. If I need to remember a random sound from Adventure Time and start stemming to feel comfortable in this moment, that's what I'm going to do, because that's what I need in the fucking moment. I feel like when I do things like that, I'm inviting people's inner child to come out as well, because I know that that's me making space for my inner child. And when it comes down to being cringe or like feeling cringe and like trying to tap into your authentic self, integrating your shadow and inner child is gonna be like the best thing that you can fucking do for yourself, because your inner child is where that creativity is nurtured. That is where it comes from. It's like the seed of your creativity. Your inner child is the seed of your creativity, and there's so much imagination there. And your shadow contains all of those repressed parts of you that is begging to be expressed, but that maybe needs just a little bit more evolving and more nurturing. A good inner child exercise that I like to do is visualizing myself in my old bedroom and just sitting with myself and honestly like playing a little board game and just having a conversation of like, what have you been trying to express that hasn't been heard? It's not like my inner child is actually talking back to me, because like at the end of the day I'm talking to myself, but I get visuals of moments where I wanted to do something but I felt like my caregiver would look at me weirdly, so I wouldn't say anything. Or it's like just any of those moments where I went unnoticed or unheard. I try to see, okay, how can I live that out now? How can I express that now with the knowledge and the confidence that I have gained? It probably sounds a little cuckoo, but when you're at those crossroads in life and you're stepping into something completely new, sometimes honestly backtracking, going back to the past, helps to shoot you in the right direction for the future, because it's like, okay, this time around in this new version of myself, I'm not going to make the same mistakes of suppressing and denying myself of joys and pleasures that I know that I desire and yearn for. And the same goes with your shadow. You know, what have you been trying to express that hasn't been heard? Shadow work and inner child work is really a whole different topic in itself, but really I say all this to say yes to yourself. You know, make your affirmation, I say yes to myself. I give myself permission. My authenticity is my new currency, and it is what makes me wealthy. Like, just imagine that, bro. Just showing up as yourself, 100% wholly you. It's what's making you not only feel wealthy, but attract that wealth to you as well. Life can be so easy. Life can be so loving. Life can be so accepting when I give myself all of those things first. I know y'all probably tired of hearing people say be yourself, but like, hey, yo, like, how long are you really gonna live in this lack and limited mind space and way of living just because you don't want to come off as cringe, just because you don't want to be a little cringy? Everything is cringy at the beginning. Everything is cringy when it's not understood. You gonna let a little bit of misunderstanding stop you from popping your shit? Oh, trust me, I knew you weren't on that type of time or you wouldn't have clicked on this video. So I'm proud of what we'll be stepping into come 2025. And yeah.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No! This is Patrick! I'm not a Krusty Krab.
But yeah, that is all I have for y'all today. I hope this video can just be a reminder to get fucking started. It's not always about just bypassing things and doing it anyways. Sometimes it does take just sitting down with yourself and really getting down to the nitty-gritty and getting to the root of your feelings and the root of your limitations. I hope this video can be a step in the right direction for you. Give me a big old thumbs up if you enjoyed. Share it with somebody that you think it may help. If you aren't subscribed, okay, oh, you subscribed, oh, okay, my bad, I don't even know why I questioned you. Thank you for subscribing. Let me know if you resonated with anything that I talked about today, or how you deal with feelings of being cringe but still showing up as your authentic self. But yes, if you made it to the end, comment some orange emojis. Check out the description as well for our Discord, as well as if you want to submit an Ask Shae question to me where I give you my perspective on your situation, as well as if you want the audio version of this. I think in my next video we're going to be talking about Hunter x Hunter, and I'm kind of excited about that because we haven't done another character comparison since Shrek. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. But yeah, stay tuned and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.